Find out more about the halberd guy.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need patching up.
Welcome
Give
home,
me
Sid.
50 good boards, 8 span each.
A bad luck or good luck? Because I feel like I always have good luck with a white lighter. I get bad luck with black ones, but I get good luck with white lighters.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper?
Yeah.
Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Black
Karen.
has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours.
I also can recall a lot of political intrigue, and I actually get a book written on War of the Lions specifically, so. Tactics. The only closest thing you get to a main antagonist, I think, was Dark, or like. I think about Saint Ajora, the main. And it's not only bad for no.
You earned this. Here you are. All done?
All right, Clive. Keeping busy, are you? Me too.
Is into Elias out of the anger because of
100 new headaches for me to deal with. I've been doing my best to keep on top of it all, sending anything urgent straight to the curse breakers, just like Otto told me. The rest I add to the list, whether it's strangers begging our aid or friends acting funny. There is no end of problems that need solving. And anyone with the time and inclination to solve them will earn a nice bit of goodwill for the cause. And maybe more besides. So, how busy did you say you were? Here you go. Think you can help?
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
That's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I am...
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
battle system in mind, meaning that tactics used a very simplistic system that only relied on a unique evasion stat system, and bravery and faith. And so therefore, bravery would be a measurement of courage and would affect the power of things like physical attacks done, and from bare hands, and it's like swords. Things that would affect it from bravery would be mainly, like again how this game is implementing, similar. Very similar. So, but I just know War of the Lions is very... These fueled the mist or ether-powered creations, and magic was common, and everyday energy source via the use of the mother crystals, and exceptionally powerful. In this case, right? Airships used to fly the sky, similar to this game too. And it's called the Old Valendian time. And this is called Valestia. And peninsula. And then I went out to draw out this peninsula. It pretty much looks exactly like Valestia. Look. See this? Exact. Oh, fucking similar. Very similar. Mulan, Limberry. It's all here. Look. Galleon. Zeltenia. Right? And then Mulan is up here. Mulan. It's totally like that. I mean, think about it. Just boot up Tactics and take a look. I mean, it's crazy, but like, look at it. I mean, where's Lion? Galleon. I'd be like Rose. I mean, Delmet. Lionel. I like. Heatwave, that's a good one. I like Will o' the Wisps though. Hold on, I'm gonna equip that, I think. I would use this, but it's... I don't know how to explain. The Coral's weapon is really good. That's not bad. I like that. The Berserker ring is pretty cool. Alright, with that, I think I'm good to go. Oh, and also put on Will o' the Wisps.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back in Sixth Place.
Maluda's his brother.
Smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen.
But Kushaline, then that means Kushaline is a lot like the Typhoon monster.
It's a long story.
Similar.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
And she's like Agrias Oates, obviously.
You look better.
I feel it.
She's like just like Agrias Oates.
Coming on your next little adventure.
She even talks like Agrias Oates.
Leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto,
How similar they look.
any word on the royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Oh.
I will.
Alright. I just wanted to say, I guess I could all.
Where have we heard of it?
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
it welcome to the morning and fears of night. Goodbye. Ah, Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have said it many times. story is ended. Were you aware... But what of the twins themselves? Yes, change will come. Look around you. Still. Why? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
timeless vigil. At the foot of each, great cities have risen up over the eons, and around them, powerful nations. Though the land has been blessed with the light of magic since time immemorial, in recent years a creeping blackness has begun to gnaw at its borders, known as the Blight. A realm, okay. Let me see that. Timeless, that is, until Cid and his disciples commenced their campaign to bring each one, starting with Drake's head crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion throughout the great cities and nations of Wallachia. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so they can cast magics. As most Celestians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by government across its winds. Given shard can only channel a certain amount of ether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is innocent. Incessant? Incessant? Is incessant. Yep, it's incessant. It's incessant. No, the penalties for illicit trade in crystals is severe, with demand far outstripping supply. Wow. The Fallen. Believed to have been created before the time of the Fallen. Who the fuck are the Fallen, though? But what happens when all I mean, if they're all gone, aren't the people gonna die then? It's gonna be a mess. But what I mean is that's our goal. Our goal is to kill the world of the regular people. They want to get rid of all the people who can't use the gift. Basically, if they're not a bear or branded, then they're gonna be pretty much wiped off the realm. From what it seems like. Is that like a good thing? Although this is a bad thing too. Bears and branded, their fates are bad. Oh, the price bears and dominants pay for channeling ether through their bodies. The gradual petrification of their flesh does not eat. Like those who use a crystal to cast. What? Yep. A new dominant only awakening after the previous dies. Hold on. There's only ever one dominant for each icon. Yeah, I know. Icons are the basic... I mean, aren't icons the dominants, kind of, more or less? I mean, icons are, realistically, those are the... They're the summons, more or less. Like, you know? Icons. The dominants are basically like bearers, but they're like the political bearers. That's the way I look at it. Because they're the political bearers. In other words, they're enslaved to politic. The enslavement. Political obligation, or personal enslavement. So in other words, people who are born with the power of this ether are either led into a life of personalized enslavement or political obligation. Henceforth, icons and dominants. But dominants are really just like branded, pretty much, and bearers. Though I'm a little confused on bearers right now. I think they are. Bearers are branded, basically. Unless, I guess, they don't have a brand. Huh? A person without to get magic without a vision. Oh god, I don't like that. That's horrible. What about slave masters? Those who own and manage bearer slaves. A bearer must always obey the orders of his or her master and are largely forbidden from acting independently, from speaking without. Huh. When it is necessary to relinquish supervision of a bearer. Tara was kind of like, well, her name is Bradford. Tara Bradford. Bearers forced to fight for the nations that enslaved them. To stimulate the urge to flee, the penalty for desire is death, and soldiers are encouraged to keep a close watch on each other to prevent others from doing so. Don't they want to die, though, in a weird way? See? To stimulate the urge to flee, the penalty for desertion is death, and soldiers are encouraged to keep a close watch on each other to prevent others from doing so. Yeah. And so on they go. The brain opponents will cheek presenting an additional obstacle, and so must follow their orders, turning steadily to stone with each draw on the ether. To lose one curse being lauded as a hero's death. Most follow their orders, turning steadily to stone, with each draw on the ether. The bastards. A unit of no. And the Bastards, a unit of Imperial Army assassins tasked with taking the head of the Iron Kingdom's dominant Warden of Ice and the vessel for the Icon Chief. Found similar. I don't know. I do not remember 100%. Greedo Medillo. Down, but I think the name was similar to that. I don't remember. What is Evolution Kingdom? Galleon, Lion. Fort Zeichen. If you want, Craglow. But what? No, this guy's a douchebag. Of the Intilla. Let's see. Ice. So the dominant. I hope that Phoenix came from, well, the boiling. I mean, yeah. But you can't say that we've never seen the two together before, because yeah. I guess I did, more or less. But here's my pen, by the way. Got it. Well, again, this is no, I don't know for sure. Which was disconcertingly nimble, more so than speed, though it was Sharada's array of powerful magics that set her apart from the rest, I suppose. Saparna. I love Benedicta. You look kind of like that. Hard to explain. It's in the eyes, I guess, or something like that. Well, you could just look at my face. You'd be like, oh yeah. Greenish color. Which isn't surprising, that's good. Wind, green, green, wind. But yeah. It's kind of what it look like. Although I'm a water sign, so. Anyway, the Wardens of Wind who Benedicta transferred into during her ill-fated fight. Most often descendants of the motes of wind. Didn't even know about that. What the fuck? The Isle of Ark. We haven't been there though. The Isles of Ark. Oh wait, we have been there, right? The cluster towns upon which the crystalline dominion stands, they are largely man-made, having been... Okay. It's similar to like Lionel, actually. Holy Empire, Sandbrak declared twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggressive treaty, while controversial the move carried out by Prince Dion's Knight Dragoon. obviously don't have a crystal. Because Rosario doesn't have... I don't understand. If Rosario doesn't have a mother crystal, then how do they have an icon? How do they have a dominant? Magical beings of godlike strength who dwell within human hosts known as dominants. Only emerging when the dominant primes. History records 8 icons in total, each with a unique elemental affinity, but 2 that don't have crystals, apparently. 1 warden each of fire, water, thunder, ice, wind, earth, light, and darkness, but 2 that don't have crystals. 1 in the Phoenix. Or Shiva, but they already said Shiva comes from the crystals, so... The only one that doesn't have a crystal so far is just this one, Phoenix. Doesn't that pose questions? It's like, well, huh? It's a little weird. That's suspicious. Very suspicious. That Phoenix is the only icon that doesn't come from Mother Crystal. That seems a little weird. But it's also... But as none have witnessed all of those rare creatures together, the conjecture is yet to be proved. All of these rare creatures together, the conjecture is yet to be proved. So there could be many icons, actually. And I feel like we don't really know if they're coming from the crystals or not. You know, we don't know. They might be coming from those mother crystals, but they might not be. So, as of right now, we still really don't know what the fuck is going on with this Phoenix, or what's going on with these fucking icons. We really don't know. Yep. And I think Phoenix is still alive, by the way, too. Because you can't really kill a Phoenix. They just keep coming back, you know. Except they always rise after being killed. And this guy, again, like I said, a lot of that reminds me of, Delita a little bit. Dion, especially, reminds me of Delita. A little bit like Delita. Or Joshua, I guess, a little bit. Joshua, Dion. Elmdor. D. Limberry, definitely. Barnabas reminds me of Fulmov, if anything. And then, like I said, Maluta's brother, which I can't remember his name. That's definitely Kupka. But what was his name? For a guy that played a really big role, he had a really fucking forgettable name. FF Tactics. I mean, I can remember the guy's brother. I remember more, Maluta. But his name... forgot. deal. But yet, I don't remember his fucking name. The guy's like a fucking ghost to me. You know, he's the guy who turns into the Gigas, Belias. He's one of the first hardest encounters in Tactics, actually. One of the real hard encounters. It's actually the first point at which you can really fuck yourself. So for such a big deal, he really isn't a big deal. His name is very forgettable. What the fuck was it? Like, Gregoron or some shit? Maluda, again. Her name's more memorable. Maluda. But Maluda's brother, the leader of the Corpse Brigades, whatever his name was, he was Belias Figius. What the fuck was this guy's name? Gregorin? Or some shit? Maybe it was Gregorith. I don't know. I just know they used that name in also 12, Gregorith. Because it was a Gafgarian, and there was also a Gregorith, though, who served the Corpse Brigade. Valesian calendar, similar to the Valendian calendar. Like I was saying.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Toledo. You know, it is a lot like Toledo. So is Joshua, though he's kind of similar to Toledo too. In the Holy Empire, the Gregorian faithful hold dragons to be sacred creatures. Like the Church of Globados. See, the Gregorian Church. It's just like fucking Final Fantasy. It's like almost exactly the same. I'm not gonna say it's exactly the same, but very similar. Very, very similar. Globados. The Church of Globados. Oh, Globados. Yep, the Church of Globados. I like Tarja, she's kinda cute. Pretty hot. Well, she has my color eyes, green. That's cool, man. Let's see, okay.
Did you learn everything you needed?
who hurt your mother and father is gone.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
He cracked the crystal, too? You're joking.
It's no joke. Drake's Fang is gone. There's nothing left but a crater.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? And how am I meant to do that then? Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. And how am I meant to do that then? No scratches, all right?
Not my best work, but it'll do.
And?
He cracked the crystal too.
Take a stamp.
It's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
My second play.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
I know what you're going to tell me. Thank you, Clive. Thank you.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails. When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails. When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
Leg eater.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Think Mid might need some help.
Catch your death sleeping out here.
Lovely breeze, isn't it?
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts mecking. The stack will be made up of 3 major components.
There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you?
Yep.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
I'll get us a good price. Is that one you want to worry about?
Sounds like this river we're looking for is south of the Dalamil Inn. I'll hire us a wagon and meet you there.
And what lawlessness is afoot today? You and I... What? Alas. Still... That was your doing, was it not? As for me...
That's what I... But I guess he knows about that, huh?
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
Yeah. But yeah, I live... Let's see, what does it say? A blessed corner of the Velcroy. You know, we've been working tirelessly to try to end this homelessness and war and famine. And I am exactly... As I say, only once you can abolish discrimination can the opposition be composed. Or can the opposition be made sort of like the abolishment of discrimination will lead to opposition. A fissure which carries along with it both good, bad, right, and wrong. Where do you draw the line?
At least they did.
I think you draw the line when mortal danger is placed onto another. Like I said, absolute, I guess you could say, abolishment of the discrimination. You can't completely discriminate completely, but you can discriminate. Not the same as
So,
or you can also end up becoming a victim of authority as well. I choose neither. You shouldn't have to be a victim of authority or a victim of homelessness.
try not to die.
Either one is bad, actually. They're both bad. Don't be tricked into being, slaved into authority, because that's... want to be slaved into authority. As we all know, being a slave to authority is pretty bad. You're basically a bitch for the world. But you also don't have to get up, you have the right to stand your ground. So what I mean is, if you have a home, then that's your home until you decide otherwise. Like, I have a cat, you know, he's my cat, and I make sure he's always taken care of. It's my #1 priority. Because, you know, it's the right thing to do, you know. You wouldn't want him to get hurt. To be in... oh. Don't. But it's okay though. Not everybody's parents are the same, you know. Mine just believes in, I guess, you know. I don't think they wanted to be parents. Well, my father didn't want to be a parent, I don't think. He told me he didn't want to be, so I mean, you know.
Looks like I found the river.
It's just the truth. My dad did not want to be a parent. Nor did I think my mom even really wanted she didn't really want a son. She wanted the daughter, I think, from what I heard. But, again, irrelevant because you're not really supposed to choose what you have when you have a kid. You accept it for what it is, right? But, yeah.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
I'll probably gather the Stardust and end the episode here because since we took a... We'll probably get more action in my next episode, but I'll be doing tomorrow.
So this is Stardust.
This one was a boring episode, right? Probably, yeah. But I did fill us in on the tactics. And Elmdor. Which, by the way, looks very much like Elmdor. Marquis de Limberry. Very similar. There's a shitload of similarities though. Awesome stuff, man. And I'm sorry guys, I'm just dealing with a lot of personal shit right now. My own life. So I might not be as vibrant right now because of that. Hopefully though things will get sorted and you know, things can get back to normal. But moment, I'm in a tough spot.
Let's see how Gav's getting on.
But I've always been in tough spots. This isn't the first time for me. I've been in tough spots plenty of times. It's just another hiccup along the road. I have many hiccups. Many hiccups. But it's fine. No biggie. We didn't get that much combat this time around, but not the end of the world. It's got a good combat. Nice. Boosh. That's what's up, guys. Now, this oasis is really cool, though. Never noticed it. I mean, I never really explored it like this. The only issue I'm having right now is with my, since I'm waiting for, it's taking so long to renew. They did tell me this though, so. They told me it would take a few months. It could take up to a few months. But I did renew it. You know, I renewed it, and I am, as far as I know right now, working. I have the job, so it's just a matter of this license coming into the mail. That's basically really it for me. Gotta get this damn license renewed, basically. Renewed license, I mean. So I have my certificate, all that, but I don't have the license yet. I have to renew it. It's taking forever to get here, though. It's taking a long time. And that's the problem. It's just taking a long time to get here. So I can't pay rent. And, it's getting too close. So I really hope this ID gets in quick. Cause, rent is gonna be due. Job. Or I guess I could say goodbye, content creator, because I won't be doing that. I'll have to find a new place to settle up. Yeah, the job is... well, I mean, whenever it comes through, I don't know when it'll be here. I gotta call Pinpoint today. Or tomorrow, you know what I mean, later. Find out where the hell it is and what's taking so long. Or if it, even if it might not be taking that long, I don't know. Tell me it was gonna take a few months. I don't know. Guess we'll see. I mean, comes in, and that's it. I'm gonna... comes in. Like, you know, instigate CP because stupid. Whatever, I just need it bad, really. I'm gonna bring, you know, if you can't afford rent. Rent. No.
Get it, boy.
They keep running around in circles. And then their only answer is... it doesn't work that way. First of all, You wait till the guy gets to work, then he could pay rent, and then when he's working and he has a job, he can pay rent, and then he can, if he can't, then you'll have people on the street, and then that will lead to crime, and then crime will lead to craziness, and craziness will lead to insanity, and insanity will lead to lawlessness, and lawlessness will lead to chaos, and chaos leads to motherfucking anarchy, you know what I mean? Now, if you believe in anarchy, then I guess you should throw your own son out of the house. Or daughter. Throw them out. Just throw them out of the house. But don't expect them to go quietly, Expect them to go when they're ready to go. When they can. Once they're working, they can pay their own. Otherwise. Praying that renewed license is in the mail, but by and always, especially if you're always getting, like for me personally, I have people who are always getting in my way and interjecting. I have who interjects and speaks to my therapist. I have a person who interjects. I can go on and on, but yeah, it's a nightmare living with a person who is, suicidal, they're dangerous, very dangerous. And, I just want to get out, really bad. But I had to do that in the right, proper way, all in good time, as I say. So I'm just waiting for this ID. Since it's, maybe it's expired, I had to renew it. And then get back to work. And, get the hell out of here, I guess. Get out of Dodge. Because, yeah, I don't really want to stick around. So, henceforth, sort of just waiting right now for this damn license, kind of. It's a waiting game. I'm sure we all heard, I'm sure we've all gone through that before. A waiting game. It's just that I live with people. I feel like that.
Enough.
I know that they're dangerous. Committed. I wasn't committed, though. They believe in a life of lawless and anarchy and homelessness to everybody has different parents.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if
taking a route of
have a chat?
life of crime and because homelessness encourages crime, crime encourages lawlessness, lawlessness encourages anarchy, anarchy encourages war, and war encourages death. And it also encourages change. So if that's what they want.
Its name, we were talking all the time, working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other.
If they hurt me, which they have before, so.
Most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I'm only speaking the truth.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise.
And yes, I did say some terrible things to my mother and my father. Still doesn't warrant anything. They're just words. Words are words. But when you actually take action and do something to somebody to mortally hurt them, now that's a whole other thing altogether. You know? To throw someone out on the street, to make them homeless, to force them into a life of crime and depravity, that's worse than any word you could possibly say to a person. That is like, to falsely put them into a psych ward. It's bad. This is like really bad. The big law is being broken. Twice too, by the way. 2 times. Or really 3 times. But only 2 times on the record. So yeah. I mean, it's rough. What are you gonna do, right? It's really rough. And I guess for it now I do. I hold a fear, I guess. It's a fear. When someone tries to falsely admit you into a it. Further, this actually evicted me at the age of and I got evicted. And just threw me in the street without any thought or anything. And he kind of helped me out, but as far as my mother was concerned, street. Don't got a job. It's the truth. It's unfortunate, but what kind of mother I have, then I guess I really don't have a mother. Personally, yeah, I really don't. My mom and just threw me out on the street and give a shit. So then I fought my way back in, but they still didn't really even want to even help. They didn't. That's not what you do. I would never do that to my. That would be terrible. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You're supposed to your son or daughter get a job, so not them out on their fucking ass and make them die and starve. That's insane. It's all. That's why I said when they do whatever they're do, well, it's not gonna be that simple. And so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. At all. It's bad. still roaming the street. I mean, maybe not, but they just love to use these words around, and it's like... Oh, look, no. Go. You're out of here. I'm gonna say, is that a... Because it's a threat that you're saying to me that you're gonna make me starve and... You're gonna be home, foodless. Well, and say, sign, and just because scum. That's what I... Truth is, they don't even know what they're doing is wrong. Think otherwise. And so again, like I said, when the time does... That's what... Throw me out. Lock me up. We'll see. I guess I'm of authority, but I'm not your... I'm also not, you know, is right now. And unfortunately, if you want to get rid of me that bad, you're gonna have to pay me for all the things. Do they really want to pay me $36,000? I mean, you could do it that way, but it's probably not going to end up that way, so they won't give me the money, and then therefore I'll just quite literally people go and do my biddings until what's mine. Only living for right. I have one thing to live for, and that's basically to get back from you or to make their life until they die, their very last breath. With my mother, and
I've never even forged a butter knife before.
suicidal, so it's, you know, Fortunately, she's not really.
All right, boy.
About her. And she really doesn't need. I can't control what she does.
Master Lord says Drake's fanger's fallen. Does that mean the furnace is going to stop working?
Maybe. So shut your trap and get that water forged while you still can.
They can't help these people. In other words, if gonna go crazy if they want. Don't get crazy. There's no.
Our hero returns.
You're not with the program, so. And if you are with the program, you'll know if you're talking to somebody who's not with the program. Because
Stay safe out there.
alright guys, we got the materials. Let's go to talk to Blackthorn, I guess. I guess we'll pick this up in our next episode, right? Hopefully, light note. But since I do have some real life issues going on, thanks for watching, guys. For better or worse, right? And as always, and let me just remind you that also this is a work of fiction. So anything that is said here should just stay here. It's a work of fiction, and all words that are said here, again, are just that. They are words and nothing. All words that have ever been said or so don't take it so like, oh my god, fuck princess, or a word. It's not like I hurt you. It's a word. Titties. Big penis. Penis. Ain't gonna hurt you. Word. How can a word hurt you? Emotionally? That's... You lack faith. All for we and we for one. And until then, guys, thanks for watching. Peace. appreciate your likes, your views, and your subscribes. It means a lot. I could use all the support I can get, honestly, and you know, it means more than anything. Thanks, guys, and until next time. Love all you guys.
When did you get so big?
Join me in part 24. Till then.